guys, it's your girl Jayavibe back with another video. Yes, I'm back. A real one is on the scene. You know what that means, okay? If y'all got a little drinky you're sipping on, or whatever you're doing, pick it up and relax and just vibe out to this little crazy little horror story time I have for you. So anyway, y'all, let me preface this story with a little bit of background, okay? So this day that we went to this Airbnb, we were traveling from Vegas to Cali. It was really supposed to be an easy, smooth sailing trip. We decided to take a flight. So we take our little, we're in the airport and we actually missed our flight because of a whole nother story, okay, y'all? So we missed our flight and we ended up having to wait on another flight. We got rebooked for another flight. Got on that flight, everything was cool, whatever. We get into Cali, we get our little rental, whatever. We are exhausted, okay? When I'm saying we, I'm talking about me and my family. So we are exhausted. We just want to get into the Airbnb, relax, chill out, maybe take a shower, take a little nap, and then go back out to go see our family, because like I said, we went for our wedding, so we wanted to go visit them. The plan was not to be going through all of this for this day. So that's my point with that. So anyway, we touched down in Cali, Sacramento to be exact, and then we decide to go to our Airbnb as soon as we get the rental. We pull up to the Airbnb. As we're pulling up, we're looking around in the streets. And we're like, ooh, this is a little bit sketch. And we also looking at the other houses, and you just, you're trying to get a feel of the neighborhood and see what kind of neighborhood they got this Airbnb in. And we were like, okay, this is a little bit different. The people that were outside at their car and stuff didn't look so friendly. They eyeing our car up and down. And, we're not even going to get into the demographics of the area. But they were on some other stuff. So it was whatever. So we're unloading our stuff out of the car. We're getting into the Airbnb, walking through, doing the little checks or whatever. And the first thing that I noticed upon walking in is that the place reeked of bleach. Somebody literally just got done, finished cleaning right before we pulled up, 5 minutes before. It was a strong bleach smell. And I'm like, okay, so me personally, I hate the smell of bleach. I'll try to clean with anything if I don't have to clean with straight bleach. Of course I'll clean with products that have some content of bleach in them, but I try not to just clean with straight bleach, because I hate that smell, and it seems like it lingers for so long to me. So that was a turn off for me automatically when I walked in there and smelled that, because I'm like, okay, this is gonna take a minute to air out. But with my family members, they were okay with that. My mom was like, well, at least it's clean, somebody been here doing something. So I'm like, okay, say less. So then you guys, the second thing that I noticed is they had this little table, and I sat down at the table and I just noticed it was a whole bunch of little fruit flies just going back and forth. So I started looking around. I'm noticing it's a little bit of dead insects just scattered around, like it'd be one in the windowsill and one on the table, and it was just scattered around. And then I see a few flies flying around. So I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. So I'm like, okay, let me not focus on that, because I'm not even gonna be at this table. I just need to be in the bed. So then I decide to go upstairs. I'm going through the rooms, I'm checking the beds, making sure the sheets is clean, whatever, because y'all know some of these Airbnbs be real horror stories, they don't change the sheets type stuff. I gotta make sure at least the sheets is clean. So I looked at the sheets on top appeared to be clean. I'm gonna say appeared because we really don't know. They appeared to be clean. So then next thing I go to is the bathroom. The bathroom was okay, but it had like I feel like it had like a door that was like kind of foggy, like for the shower part. That was our room. That was another room. That was another room. But in this room, the tub that came with this room, that does not work, y'all. Look how dirty. You could see the dirt. You could see the dirt and or whatever, soap, scum, whatever, from the down. So as y'all could see, that wasn't even fog. That was just straight up and down dirt. Like, that's disgusting, very much nasty. I was being way too generous when I said fog. Wasn't feeling that. Then I tried to turn on the water in the bathroom, y'all. The water wasn't turning on. So that was like red flag number 2. Actually, red flag number 3. The bleach smell, the dead insects, the water's not turning on. How am I gonna wash my somebody make it add up for me, because if the water's not turning on, then 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4. It actually equals 5 in this equation, because it's not making sense. It's not adding up. So I'm just like, okay, bet the water's not turning on. That's an issue. I immediately told my mother, and she was texting the Airbnb guy, whoever owned the house. So then I decide, okay, let's see what else is going on with this house, because mind you, we picked this house in Sacramento because it had a nice little pool. Like, we were on this whole pool vibe for our vacation, like want to spend time in the pool. So I go outside to the patio and the pool is atrocious. I'm gonna show y'all the pool. Okay, that was cool, whatever. But let me show y'all this pool. Pool is dirty. Chairs dirty. This dusty. Dirty. Like, all y'all had to do was clean up and then it would have been, look, dirty. All y'all had to do was clean up and then it would have been respectable. Disgusting. Dirty. It looked like algae or whatever, just dirt at the bottom of the pool. You could see it clear as day because the water was blue and clear, but you could see the dirt at the bottom. So that was a problem. That was a big issue. And it looked like they had the little cleaner thing just sitting in there, but it hadn't been turned on in so long. So then I'm like, okay, bet we can't swim, like, because they told us that the freaking pool cleaners don't come until like Monday or something, a day when we weren't even gonna be there, y'all. Because mind y'all, we were literally staying there for literally like one night. It was either 1 or 2 nights, I can't remember, because this was 2 years ago. So it was either 1 night or 2 nights that we were supposed to stay there. So, but both of the nights were not the nights that the pool lady was supposed to come clean. So it's like, okay, bro, we're not gonna be able to use the pool. The whole reason why we got the house. This doesn't make sense. So I'm walking around the patio more and I'm looking at the grill. The grill is dirty. The tables next to the pool is like glass tables, but it's dirty, like something that could easily be wiped up and clean. Just dirty, just dusty. The bar outside was dusty. Like, I was just confused. I'm like, so how does the inside look clean, but the outside look like it hasn't been touched in years? Like, and this is California we're talking about. So you know that people come in from out of town to this house and they be outside. You know, they be outside. Like, it's not like it's a cold state where, oh, they're probably not going to use the patio around this time of the year. No, it was in the middle of the summertime. And so I was very confused. Went back inside the house. Opened the fridge was empty and clean. Okay. Tried to turn on the faucet in the kitchen. That wasn't working as well. Okay, y'all. So another thing we found out is that this sink don't even work. It don't work at all. Like, what the heck? So at this point, I'm genuinely confused. confused. I'm like, okay, the pool is dirty, the water is not running. The water is not running is really the biggest issue. Like, the pool is like, okay, whatever, like, we could talk to them and see if we could get some money off, because that's false advertisements. But the water was a big issue. Like, we got a wedding to go to, like, we need to use the water. Like, it's no getting around taking a shower, especially in this heat. Like, what's going on? So my mom is texting the Airbnb person, and he's responding like, oh, the water should be working. Sir, the water should be what? The water should be what? It should be who? The water should be working. Sir, how is that helping us in this situation? If we're telling you it's not working, whatever. So anyway, my mom sent him the video of the water clearly not working. Like, we don't gotta lie to you. I don't really remember what happened with that issue, because I was so like, at this point, I'm just like, okay, everything's going bad. We need to find somewhere else to go, because I don't even like this Airbnb anymore. Like, at this point, I was getting the heebie-jeebies about this whole space, because I'm like, first of all, the neighbors was looking at us crazy when we entered. Like, that's a bad sign, because we're gonna have to leave our stuff here when we gotta go to our people's house, and I don't want to leave my stuff somewhere where it's shaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very cognizant of the locations that I'm at and how people act, the energy, the vibes of the place. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, with that and the pool not being cleaned, I can't even go swimming. We can't even do outside barbecue like how we planned to. Like, why are we even here anymore? Like, at this point, I was just ready to get the out of there, because it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give, especially for the price that we paid. Like, we could have paid a different price at a nice hotel or something. So at this point, I'm like, I'm getting a bad feeling about the owners, getting a bad feeling about this location. I think that we got to go. So I voiced my concerns with my parents and my family, and they were like, okay. So my mom's at this point like communicating back and forth with the Airbnb person, and then what is it, like 30 to 45 minutes passes by, and at this point, like, we already decided like we're gonna get out of here. We also noticed that they had cameras in the corners of everywhere. They definitely had some outside, and there go the camera right there, So I was just wondering, like, do y'all got cameras in the room? Like, I don't know, that whole thing. They had a little movie room in there. Like, no, it's not worth it if it's so many stuff not working. This was the movie room, I guess. The house had good potential, but it's just the fact that y'all didn't clean the pool, and then y'all want to be playing with the water situation, playing with us, like playing with our intelligence, like, and then y'all neighborhood got these sketchy people. Like, it's just the fact that those little things were off that I was just like, no, we spent way too much. I'd rather stay somewhere else than here. At this point, he figures out a way. Like, my dad thinks that they had like a control on the water system. I don't know how you do that because out of nowhere the water started working mysteriously. It's like, literally, it's like it got cut on mysteriously. So then my brother took a shower, and I still wasn't feeling it. Like, something in my gut was telling me like, no, we gotta go. So I got everybody on board with that idea, and we were like, okay, we're gonna leave. So we're leaving the Airbnb. My mom's still communicating back and forth with the owner, and it was like, he was like, basically the situation was that we couldn't get a refund because we spent an hour there, something like, we barely spent any time there. Like, we were literally there for a few minutes and left. I feel like we spent under an hour there, and whatever. So the whole situation was, oh, y'all spent over the time limit that you have to do such and such and such, so you can't get a refund. This is what the owner of the house. I'm like, what? So anyway, y'all, we trying to figure out like what hotel we're about to go to, what hotels got the good rates and stuff, and it's kind of in the vicinity of the wedding that we're supposed to go to. So we end up finding a place. It was like this hotel, I think it was the Courtyard or something. So basically, like, Marriott owns like the West End, the Sheraton, the Courtyard. Like, they own a whole slew of like different freaking hotels or whatever. So we went to one of those off-branch Marriott hotels, and this place was a little sketchy too. Like, no, it was definitely sketchy. Let me just stop trying to cover it. It was definitely, because soon as we drove down there, like, they had a little like highway bridge or whatever, so we drove under it, and we saw like a homeless man just chilling on the side. Like, it was just definitely weird vibe. This was like 2 minutes away from the hotel, y'all. So we saw him just chilling outside. It was people just standing on the street, like looking shady. And then we get into the hotel. We're talking to the dude at the counter. It's this big buff dude, and he ended up getting us like a solid deal, whatever, for the room. But he was like, yeah, when y'all come in late, we got a gate for the cars and stuff like that, because I guess they be like breaking in the cars and stuff like that. So he like, yeah, we got a gate. You gotta do this and that when you come in late to get through the gate. And yeah, like it's like the stuff was under lock and key there because it was really a sketchy area. So I'm like, okay, that whole experience was just like eye-opening. Like, okay, maybe Airbnbs ain't for me. Okay, so yeah, y'all, we got to the hotel, whatever. We went to the wedding the next day. Everything was fine, everything was cool. Like, even though the hotel was in a shady spot, we still made it through for that little day and a half. I know somebody's probably gonna comment, well, why didn't y'all leave the hotel if that was shady too? Y'all, at this point we were running out of options, and running out of money, so we had nowhere else to go, and the hotel was the last resort. So we just had to make it work. It didn't matter. The luxury and all that bullcrap didn't even matter anymore. At this point, we just needed somewhere to lay our head, take a decent shower, and get up the next day to go to the wedding, and then, sleep there one more time, and then get up the next day to leave and go home. Whenever that we stayed there, everything was cool. But as far as that Airbnb, like 6 out of 10, do not recommend. Actually, no, I give it a 4 out of 10, do not recommend, because it was very much false advertising. And then after that, my mom had a whole debacle with freaking customer service and stuff, because he was like, the owner of the house was like fake advertising the freaking house. And I think my mom tried to leave a review or something, and he deleted the reviews. Like, he just tried to act like the situation never happened. Like, it was just a whole debacle that my mom had to go through just to get her credit for another Airbnb. Basically, yeah. So they didn't give her her money back. They just gave her a credit towards the next Airbnb she decided to go to. And y'all, the next one that we did go to, that one was terrible too. Like, that's a whole nother story time. And I just feel like Airbnbs is really not for me. Like, if we don't know the person that owns the house personally, I will not be staying at an Airbnb, because you just can't trust these people. Like, hotels already don't be cleaning certain things. Like, do you really think these people, everybody with these Airbnbs, is deep cleaning how they should be? No. Like, I don't trust it. And then they be putting secret cameras in different compartments. Like, and then a lot of these places be catfishing. Like, they try to make the house or the apartment look so good, and then you get there and it's in the middle of nowhere, or it's in the middle of a terrible situation, terrible street, or like they catfish the place so good, and then you get there and you're like, what? This can't be the same house. This can't, you up here comparing and contrasting pictures like this can't be the same. Oh yeah, there go the TV, there go that. But the pictures didn't show the scratches on the paint, or the pictures didn't show the scratches on the side of that sofa, or like they be finessing. Like, I'm telling you, like, you can make a picture look good, but until you get there in real life, you don't know what's really going on with that Airbnb. And so I don't really trust Airbnbs like that. I'd rather go to a hotel. And you know, even with hotels, like, it's getting sketchy, like with the whole bed bug situation. Like, I just heard that Las Vegas has a whole bed bug situation, and their freaking casinos just got hacked. Like, it's just, traveling right now is just a nightmare for real, especially the airlines, everything. The whole traveling industry is a nightmare right now. And honestly, if I could just pick my house up and go to a different state, if I could do that for a vacation every time, because I already have trouble like trying to decide what I want to pack when I go on these vacations. So if I could just take my whole room with me to the next location, that would be awesome. That would be great. But unfortunately, of course, we can't do that. So yeah, that was my little that story time was actually pretty quick. But I'm telling y'all, like, I really don't rock with Airbnbs like that anymore. Like, it's always something in me that does not trust Airbnbs at this point, because I've had 2 bad experiences with Airbnbs. And like I told y'all, after this, we got a credit for another Airbnb that we used in South Carolina. And that Airbnb was a whole nother story. Like, they got us with that too. It wasn't as bad as this one. Like, we definitely decided to stay there. But it definitely was a situation where it was a little bit of false advertisement again. And the beds was thin, and the beds looked like they was about to cave in. Like, the sheets were dirty. I had to go to Walmart when I went there and buy new sheets for the bed. But we thugged it out with that one because we were only there for like 2 days. So yeah, the whole Airbnb industry, they could kiss my, imagine if these were middle fingers, y'all. They could kiss my, because not, I tried to clean it up and still left the part in there. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching this quick little story time. I will be back later on. I'm not even gonna say later on this month, because who knows, y'all. I might just take an impromptu break out of nowhere like I always do. But my goal is to really be on these story times, because I got so many story times to share. My life is like a Lifetime movie. I always say that. Me and my friend Khalees, we always say that, because it's always crazy stuff going on in our lives. But I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you tune into the next story time. Make sure you tune into the next video. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And stay tuned for more, y'all, because we got so much growing and glowing to do together, okay? So, yeah. See you later. Bye. Okay, y'all, so first of all, this day started off ghetto when we left the house. We tried to get to the airport, get through TSA. First of all, we got there at 6:30. The flight left at 7:10. We tried to get through TSA, and soon as our bags and stuff were supposed to get through TSA, the machine breaks down. So we totally missed our flight. We were supposed to catch the next flight, which would have been, an hour later or something. Then we were waitlisted for that flight because it was all the way full. So then we had to catch another flight that didn't leave till what time did it leave? Like 2 something. Mind you, it was so early in the morning. Like, we had to wait hours and hours and hours for that damn flight to come. That flight, the turbulence or whatever, was terrible. Somebody in the row above me threw up. I meant to say somebody in the row in front of me threw up. And the lady sitting next to me, she tapped me to hand them some of her paper towels. So soon as she tapped me to hand them some of her paper towels, I looked and I saw the throw up on the floor, and I was like, whoa. The lady tapped me, I looked over, and I almost threw up my damn stuff. Okay, we walk in, the pool is dirty, filled with algae. First of all, when you first walk in, it's a very strong cleaning smell. I could still smell it out here, and it's bothering me. It's like I'm tasting the smell. So, tub faucet wasn't working. Then the kitchen faucet wasn't working, and it was a whole bunch of flies flying on me everywhere. It's not it out here. It's just ain't it. But it's funny because my dad, the whole time, he was trying to be like, well, we could, you know, get over that. But as soon as he heard that the kitchen sink was working, he was up through. Like, he was ready to go. He's like, oh, get the bags. We gotta go. We gotta go. Like, it's too funny.